Hey everybody, welcome back to Rachel Reads. My name is Rachel. I love to read and write Christian fiction, and today I'm finally answering all the questions from the Q&A, which I posted about a month ago. And it was mostly to celebrate the fact that I hit 100 subscribers and I had my 1-year booktube anniversary. And so yeah, y'all asked me a lot of great questions and I'm super excited to do this. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and answer all your questions. I'm going to try to go through them quickly because I could talk forever about them. But yeah, here is the Q&A. The first question comes from Becca Grace, and I'll leave her channel down below, and she asked, what do you look for when looking for Christian books? So when I'm looking for Christian books that I have not read yet, a lot of times I'm looking at publishers because I know a lot of publishers that are Christian fiction publishers. So I definitely look at that. And then sometimes the covers can be very telling if it's a Christian book. But while I'm reading books, a lot of times I just look for mentions of maybe church or praying or examples of faith. Or if it's more of an allegorical story, I'll look for an allegory. Or if I know like something like Melanie Cellier's books or Christy A. Cole, her book, which comes out the day I'm filming this, so you definitely should go buy it. I look for more biblical truths and, kind of like different things that will inspire my faith. So that's what I look for while I'm reading a book. The next question is, could you do a video where you read for 24 hours or something like that? I would love to. I tried to do one this past summer and it just didn't work out. So I might try to do it again in the summer, but I don't know what I want to read. So if you have good bingeable books, maybe comment them down below and I'll try to binge them for that readathon. The next question she asked is, which do you enjoy reading more, fantasy or suspense? Personally, fantasy. I love fantasy. It's very hard to find good Christian fantasy because a lot of times it's more secular fantasy, but I love when I do find good Christian fantasy books or even just like clean fantasy books. She also asked, how did it feel to hit 100 subscribers? It felt great, and I know this is not about like numbers. I really love the community BookTube has, but when you hit a goal that you've had set for a while, it does feel good to like hit that goal. Because for me personally, I know I've done my best to make videos. I know a lot of y'all out there, y'all have like really busy schedules, so you're always doing these really great videos around your busy schedule. So for me, just like knowing that I posted so consistently and all that I finally hit 100 subscribers was just so awesome, and I'm so thankful for every one of you. And the last question she asked is, if you could go to any library in the world right now, where would you go? There's one in Maryland. I don't know what it's called, but I'll put some pictures of libraries. I don't know if it's like a specific one I want to go to. A lot of like European libraries look really pretty, and there's like some that look like Beauty and the Beast, so I'd love to go to any of those. The next question is from Sarah, and she asked, what is your total number of books you own? And I answered this a few videos back, but that was before I got books, and I think it's around 180 maybe. And then she also asked, what is your book goal? My bookish goal to own books would definitely be like 1,000 books, because that's considered a library, and I'd love to own a library. But honestly, I love all the books I have right now, but having that amount to say I have a library would just be awesome. The next question she asked is, what are your reading goals for this year? I want to read, on Goodreads I put like 100 books, but honestly I just love to read more than that, and I probably will. It just depends on how the year goes, but yeah. I also want to try more classics like Charles Dickens, William Shakespeare, maybe another Jane Austen, and yeah, I definitely want to try more classics. I'm just trying to find ones that I like. Next question she asked is, how do you stay motivated to read? And I don't really realize this until I think about it, but I think it's a lot of times just reading what I like reading a good fantasy book or an author I really like that puts me in like a high mood, and I just love the atmosphere, and I am in love with that book so much that when I try like a newer book, it's easier to go into because I already have favorites that I like. The next question was asked by Reese from the Writing Songbird, and she asked, what's a song that reminds you of one of your favorite books? I probably would have to make like an entire video of this, so thank you for that great video idea. The next thing she asked is, any favorite things to do on a slow, relaxing day? I mean, besides reading, sometimes I'll crochet or I'll play a video game. Currently the only one I actually play is either Super Smash Brothers or Legend of Zelda on the Switch. She also asked coffee or tea. Both. I love coffee. I love the different flavors you can add, but I also love tea. It's just so good. Either like southern sweet tea or even just good hot tea. And she asked, have you ever wanted to write a book? Yes, I have. I'm currently working on one. I do want to make a whole video about writing and that whole thing. Like, the name holder I'm giving it is Project Leviathan. I want to talk about it more, but I'll just say it's Christian fantasy and I'm super excited for it. And Taylor from Tales and Treats with Tay asked, what are some of your favorite movies and TV shows? For movies, 2005 Pride and Prejudice. I love that movie so much. I know there's a lot of controversy, but I love it. The 2019 Little Women, so good. Emma 2020. I love the Maze Runner movies. They're like my favorite movie series of all time. I love the Maze Runner movies. They're so good. I love them. Obviously, like the Hunger Games, Divergent, and kind of like in the last video I made, all of these are like filtered through the filters we watch, so I love them though. For TV shows, Reacher is so good. It is a little violent, but it's really good. I highly recommend. Cobra Kai was also really fun. It is more like a teenage show, so I don't know how people would feel, but I enjoyed it. Knives Out was actually really good. It was very like a niche movie, but I honestly thought it was amazing. The next question is, what video are you most proud of? The Bookish Meme and the If You Like This Movie, Try This Book was really fun, just because it kind of like put me out of my comfort zone, but was still really fun. I also love tags, and I actually did create my own tag a while back. It's called the Fairy Tale Book Tag. You can find it on my channel. If you want to do it, feel free to do it. The next question is, what is something you didn't expect with having a booktube channel? I knew there was a really good booktube community on this channel, but everyone's really encouraging and they are always like having great things to say, and it's just so interesting to see everyone's opinions and to just have a lot of laughs in the comments. A lot of y'all comment, especially on my Bookish Meme videos. Some of your comments were hilarious. Anytime y'all have like a funny comment or something, I love it. I always think it's hilarious and I have a good time laughing at it. So yeah, honestly, like the comments and the community is just really fun. The next question she asked was, how'd you get into Christian fiction? Jeanette Oak and Amish fiction. Did that inspire my distaste for Amish fiction? Probably, but without it, I would have never tried Christian fiction. The next question is from Celestia, and she asked, what is the worst and best book you've ever read? The worst is The One Who Knows Me by Joan Mbola. I talked about this a while back. I really didn't like it. I was really disappointed. I don't want to say more than that, but there's that. And the best book, I can't pick one. I'm sorry. I'll try to pick one from each shelf, but that's gonna be hard. Okay, from this shelf, I'm gonna say Midnight Dance. I love The Midnight Dance. If y'all have not read it, I'm so sorry. You need to read it. It's so good. My favorite book on that shelf. Anyways. From this shelf, because there's two genres, I'm gonna pick two books. We can excuse that. It's okay. From the romantic suspense side, I think it's between If I Run and The Crushing Depths. Those are really good. And then from this side, I'm gonna say Aaron Mangum. At least Mind the Gap. I read Mind the Gap last year, so I'll just say that one. It's so good. If y'all like romance of any sort, you have to read that. From this shelf, okay, well, since there's only one dystopian, Anomaly by Kristen McKee is so good. From here, it's between Dust, the whole duology, and The Princess Pack by Melanie Sellier. So good. And from this shelf, like all of them, this is like one of my favorite shelves because it has like all of my favorite books. The next question she asked was, do you have any other hobbies besides reading? I mentioned a few. I really like to crochet. I haven't done it a lot recently, but I crocheted the sweater I wear in my fairy tale book tag. I crocheted that. Let's see. I crocheted a little tote bag. I don't use it a lot, but I did crochet it. I also like playing the Switch. I don't do it a lot, but my favorite game is like The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom. It's really random because I like reading so much, but I do enjoy it. It's a good way to like kind of get out of reading. And I guess I love playing piano. I forgot to mention that. I love playing piano. I thought about showing it on here, but I just haven't. So maybe in the background you'll hear piano music, I don't know, but I really love doing it. It's just like it's kind of a way for me to get in touch with God and just like see the words that these people wrote that, you know, were like so inspired, and it's just great. And besides that, writing. I love writing. I love creating worlds and world building and just making characters who have these great arcs. So there's that. And the last question she asked is, what does a typical day look like? I get up, read my Bible, and then I do like work. I do like stuff that I have to do, like it has to be done. Breakfast, and then like I'll do piano and I'll exercise. And then there's like lunch in between, and then it depends on the day. A lot of times from then I'm reading, maybe editing a video, just checking different things. More recently, I've definitely done a lot more writing. I do Bible study between work and like piano, so it does happen, I promise. And then a lot of times in the evening, there's like supper and I'm with my family, and sometimes I'll play games or watch a movie or I'll read because I'm a reader. So yeah, that's about an average day. Last questions come from Christy Cole, and her book recently came out. On the day you're seeing this, it's been a couple of days, but the day I'm filming it, it just came out today. Y'all should order it. I'm planning on buying it soon. By the time this video comes out, I don't know if I'll bought it, but I definitely plan on buying it. I love it. It was so good. But yeah, the questions come from her. The first one is, what inspired you to start a booktube channel? Honestly, like the community and like the booktubers I was watching, because I'm like, well, I've read some of these and I have some books I want to talk about, and it was just really random because I'm like, I've always liked YouTube and filming, and sometimes I'll get into the habit of like talking to myself like I'm filming. It's really weird. It's fine. I'm normal-ish. The next question, do you play any musical instruments? Piano, like I mentioned, and I love it. I used to play violin. I wish I had kept up, but I just didn't. But I could do something maybe, but mostly piano, and I love piano. Do you play any sports? Yes. Well, okay, not currently. I used to play soccer. That was interesting. It was very interesting. I used to play soccer and I was decent-ish at it for my level. But my favorite was like volleyball. I love like just getting a group of people randomly and just playing. It's super fun. And the last question is, what is your favorite dessert right now? And this is really random. For some reason, I've just had like a weird obsession with like cheesecake. For some reason, cheesecake is like the only thing that comes to mind. But like, think about it. You have this like cream cheese layer that could be any flavor. Personally, I prefer caramel. And you have like a graham cracker crust with whipped cream on top. Something about that just sounds so good. And it's so random because I don't eat cheesecake that often. But it just sounds so good in my head. That's all I'm going to say though. I just want to update what I'm reading on my Kindle, what actual book I'm reading in the Bible. In my Bible, I am doing chronological. Today I read Song of Solomon. And then I'm kind of like working my way through Kings. We're kind of getting like over Solomon into the next king-ish. I'm currently rereading Entwined by Heather Dixon. So good. I'm so excited to be rereading it. But like I only read chapter 1 last night. I love this book. Y'all need to read it. On my Kindle, I am currently reading book 3 in The Blades of Actar, which no one told me what happens in Deny. No one said it was sad at the end. Like, y'all didn't tell me. Celestia, I know you love it, but you didn't tell me. I didn't know that. What? I'm kind of heartbroken and I teared up. But it's really good and I'm really loving it. And if you like medieval fantasy, you really should read it. It's Christian, clean, really good. All I have for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope God bless you today. Remember, I do my best to post on Tuesdays at 12:30. And I'll see you next time. Bye.